G'day Jillians, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to put the weather shields on your Geely EX5 or Starray. A couple of things I'd suggest you get is an alcohol wipe or alcohol wipes, or if you've got some alcohol at home, and some paper towel, and that's just to prep the surfaces of the outside of the doors so that the double-sided tape on the weather shields sticks and you don't have any problems with that. Some people that have bought these have suggested that they would prefer the 3M tape. The tape that they use, they've used this on this product, and I found they've used it on some of the other Geely EVs products. It is really sticky, and I haven't had a problem with it, but it may be something that you choose to go and get from Bunnings or whatever if you want to use the 3M tape. But just to show you, this is what it looks like. Basically, it's got a red tape on it, and it's just your spongy double-sided tape. But in any case, I'm going to use what's come with it because, like I said, we've used it on some other items and haven't had a problem. So I'll go ahead and start cleaning up the car, and then I'll show you as they go on. So the areas that it will stick to is basically the chrome sections on the top of the doors. So I've got, as I said, alcohol wipes, and it just gets any residue, any dirt or anything off there, so that the double-sided tape has a good chance of sticking. So I'll just give those a wipe down, and then I'll follow it up with some paper towel. This is the packaging that your weather shields will come in. You can see each weather shield is sent, whoa, gee, shouldn't have dropped that, sent in its own individual sleeve, and it's that soft sleeve. And then inside the sleeve, you can see the outside area has got a protective plastic on it, and also each one has got a chrome section with protective plastic on it, and then on the other side, you've got the double-sided tape. So we slip these out of the covers. So I'll figure out which one we'll do in a sec. So that will be the passenger side. So passenger side rear. So that will go like that. So I can't do this with one hand, so I'll take the protective stuff off, and then I'll add it to the car and show you. Okay, so what we need to do is remove each of these, each of the protective backing from the double-sided tape. So peel that one off. And then this one. And this one. Now you basically just need to get your thumbnails in under each thing to get it started. I've decided to leave the outside protective coating or plastic on while I'm pressing it on, because it'll allow me to really press hard on that chrome strip at the top, which is where the double-sided tape's behind, and protect it while I'm doing that, and then I can remove that later. So what I've got to do is come up here. I'll obviously pick one end, and then the other thing I forgot to show you, there's these two lips. You can see it there and there, and they will sit, if I open the door up, they will sit over the top. So they will sit over the top of each door to position it so it's positioned high enough on the door. So if that makes sense. So I'll have to turn the phone off in a sec, but when I put it on, I'll make sure those two sections are resting on the top of the door. I'll get the end section lined up, and then I'll press hard along there to put the tape. Okay, so I've got Julie to hold the camera while I put this on, because I want to show you that this side, the tape, there's an indentation, if you can see that. So that will go where it changes here. So that's why it's really important to get this part over the top of the chrome. So what I'll do just get that lined up at the top of the window. So it's now on top of the window, and if I push down, you'll see how that follows the contour, and I can push hard now on that double-sided tape. Push hard across the top. And at the other end as well. What I do is give a really good push all along these edges. A couple of thumbs, pull from the other side. And basically just repeat that process with each of the sections. So there we go. And then what I can do once I've done that, pull the protective strip off the chrome, pull the protective strip off the black. There we go.
Beautiful.
See now, the window's down like an inch, and looking through there it's really hard to see. So you can have your windows down without it standing out that the window's down in the car. Now on the front one, I haven't yet stuck it on, but what I'd suggest you do is put it on. So as we know, there's these locators, well not locators, but they're sort of tabs that help you find the top. Before I've taken the protective sticky back off, I've just put it on there. You can see that there, and just get an idea on where the weather shield sits flush, so that when you close the door, it's not going to contact the one that you put on the rear. So once you've done that, then you'll get an idea on where it should go at the front. And I'm gonna, when I put it on, I'm gonna start from here, locate from here, so I don't get it wrong here. But you may like to maybe mark there or whatever. It's I guess the important thing is when you put it on to probably start at this end and have this flush. So as I said, so you don't risk touching the other bit. But yeah, I'll take the backing off now and put that on. Yeah, that's now stuck on, so I can do the fun part and get rid of the protective tape. It's off there. This one's a bit trickier. This one's a bit trickier to do. Start up there, because it goes underneath it as well. Pull it off gently. It's always very nice feeling pulling the protective tape on and seeing the nice clean finish underneath. So there we go. Wow, doesn't that look awesome? There we go. So that's what it looks like. And as you know, the window's down about an inch, and in the sunlight it's impossible to tell. So your car's venting while your weather shields are on. So I hope that's been helpful to show you how to put the weather shields on, and just how useful they can be if you're going to use the ventilation button on your app to keep the car ventilated during the day so your car doesn't overheat. And as I said in the other video showing how to use the app, it just saves things like, I know because Julie likes to keep things like lip balm and hand creams and I don't know, all the other things you ladies like to keep in the car in the door pockets, and quite often over summer when those things overheat they tend to ooze out, or this just helps the car stay a bit cooler if it's out in the car park or whatever. So again, hopefully that's been helpful. If not, throw a question in the comments, and hopefully someone can help.